It is one of 2024's most consequential days for US politics. A day that has been dubbed as Super Tuesday, and rightly so. It is the deciding lap in the race of both parties' presidential nominations. The Super Tuesday polling is underway, and millions of Americans are casting their votes in 16 states and 1 territory. It is important to note here that only Democrat voters will cast their ballots in Iowa. Before this Tuesday, the early nominating contests had already garnered quite a bit of attention. However, those states awarded less than 11% of the total delegates in the nominating contests. Now, more than a third of the total delegates are at stake for both Republicans and Democrats. In fact, California and Texas alone account for more than 300 delegates. Both Joe Biden and Donald Trump haven't had to sweat much so far at least, and they are likely to maintain their momentum through Super Tuesday. However, neither candidate can win a majority of the delegates until later in March. Both of them are likely to pass the quote-unquote magic number on March 12th or 19th. On the Republican side, former President Trump is looking to enter Wednesday with a commanding lead in the delegate count. The question is whether his lone challenger, Nikki Haley, can gain any traction. She has won only one contest so far, the primary in Washington, D.C. Even though she is falling far behind in terms of delegates, Haley insists that Republicans deserve a second option. But unless she puts a rather unexpected show in the next few hours, they won't have that option anymore. For Democrats, Biden is only aiming for a strong showing as he gears up for a possible rematch with Donald Trump in November. The president has come from a wake-up call in Michigan. He won the Democratic primary there easily, but more than 100,000 primary voters chose to be quote-unquote uncommitted over voting for the president. He has faced challenges over his approach to Israel's war in Gaza and is likely to face a similar hurdle in at least few states. In Minnesota, Muslim community leaders are urging voters to opt for the uncommitted option on their Democratic primary ballot. Now, it is interesting here that 8 months, full 8 months ahead of the actual D-Day in the United States, that's going to be November 5th of this year, millions of people are out and about to vote for their ballots in 16 states and 1 territory, and that 1 territory is also interestingly more closer to Australia than the mainland of United States. What's also interesting is that in the electoral process in the United States, the people, the voters, do not actually vote directly for the president. What happens is in the primaries and caucuses, they vote for the delegates. Now, the delegates, after a few months of counting, which you see in 16 states and 1 region in America today, the delegates will then choose their president. So it's absolutely important that both the leaders, Joe Biden and Donald Trump, get enough delegates to become the nominee for their fellow Democratic and Republican parties. Now, this is where Nikki Haley comes in. Nikki Haley has had a very poor show so far. She has won only 1 contest, which was the primary in Washington, D.C. However, the reason this could be a game changer is because she needs to have either a plan to go on beyond this, or she will have to have an exit plan. Because if she doesn't have the delegates, she doesn't have the numbers, well, she doesn't have the votes.
Calls those who oppose him vermin.